To register your student for extracurricular activities, please log into your campus portal. You can get to this by going to your school's website and then clicking Infinite Campus Portal. You must use your parent account to register your student. If you do not have an Infinite Campus account, please contact Student Services at your student's school at the numbers below. In addition to being sure that you use a parent account and not a student account, you must also be a parent who lives in the same primary household as the child. You would put in your password, log on, and then when you are into the Infinite Campus Parent Portal, you would go down to More, and then Extracurricular Registration. You would then choose which student, if you have more than one, you would want to begin registration for, and type your first name and last name, and then sign the form and hit Submit. And then you would continue on through the registration. The first part would be to verify the household phone number and address for your child. And then you would go to the parent and guardian. You would have to be sure that the information is correct on here, and then save and continue. Once this step is completed, you could do Save, Continue. And then you would choose which student you would want to register. So you would click that student, and you would say whether they would want to register for a sport or POMS, competitive dance, or flags, and whether they are registering for a club or activity. Whether you register for a sport or a competitive club or activity would change what you would need to do. You can do both, for example, by clicking Yes and Yes. Then you would double check demographics. If that looks correct, hit Next. Race and ethnicity, any parent or guardian information. Next, it will ask you for any other household relationships, such as a brother or sister. And then it comes to the part where it will ask you to say which athletics and activities students would like to participate in. The first set are activities and athletics that require physical. You can select more than one. Then hit Next. And again, for activities, you can select more than one activity if you believe that your student will be participating in multiple activities. You may want to have your child with you as you select activities, as the name of the activity may be something different on this sheet than what you're used to hearing from your child. It is also recommended that you select any sport or activity that you believe your child may want to participate in throughout the school year at the beginning of the school year, so that way they're already registered for it. If they choose not to participate later, it is easy to remove the activity without you having to go back into the form and re-register them for a new activity. Then hit Next, and then you will have the information about physical examinations if your student is doing a physical required activity or athletics. Hit Next. Then the medical consent information. Hit Next. Concussion information if your student has a concussion. Hit Next. The academic eligibility policy for participation. The Code of Conduct policy for participation, the IHSA Performance Enhancing Substance Testing policy, hit Next, and the District 211 Anti-Hazing policy. It is recommended that you read through all of these policies before you click that you have read and agreed to them. Hit Save and Continue. If you have more than one child attending District 211, you will need to register all of your children for extracurricular registration when you need to register one. If you need to add a different activity or athletic event later in the school year, you can always go back in and then hit Edit and Review to add additional activities or athletic events. Once you have completed registering all of your children, you need to hit Save and Continue, and then you will submit the final application for extracurricular registration at that time. You can print out a copy of the summary and then hit Submit. If you have any questions about registering your children for activities, please contact the activities secretary at your student's high school. If you have any questions about registering your child for an athletic event or a physical required activity, please contact your child's athletic department secretary at your child's high school. The registration will be processed by 6 a.m. the next morning. Thank you.